with me, your host, the Big Bopper Scott. I think I'll start it out by singing my song. I want to see the world through Jesus' eyes, see through Jesus' eyes. I want to see the world through Jesus' eyes. Visions are not as clear. I want to know the world with the hands that made it. Feel the pain and appreciate it. Hear the cries and the hope to understand. My worldview is how I see the world. It's how I look at you. My worldview is how I see the world. Would you like to see it too? My worldview. That's what this channel and the Biblical Bopper page is actually going to be about. It's going to be about my worldview, how I see things, my faith, what I believe in, how I feel we need to treat each other. It's not exactly about how I feel, it's what I believe God, how He wants us to treat each other. He wants us to treat each other with love and kindness. Of course, above all things, love and kindness. So I'm headed to my mom's right now. She lives, from where we're staying right now, she lives about 30 minutes away. Today's her birthday, April 16, 2025. She turns 67 today. 67. It's been kind of a rough few years. Well, it's been rough 5 years, I guess. Completely for me, I guess. For her, it's been kind of rough too. I mean, you know, it's rough to try to tell people about a lot of this, because I know we're all going through something. And we all have our problems, our issues, our pains, our hurts, our habits, our hang-ups, you know. Last night I was at the church and we were talking about testimonies and things like that. But there was a guy that was supposed to show up and tell his testimony, and I guess he either forgot or got sidetracked or something. So Brother Ed, he got up and talked a little bit, and then we sat down and we started talking about whatever was on our mind, you know. There was a lot of different interesting opinions being shared. And when you get in a group like that, you know what we're always trying to do? We're trying to be better. We want to be a better version of ourselves. We want to feel closer to God. We want to feel some kind of peace. We want to feel accepted in a lot of ways. I mean, there's so many different things the way we want it. We're complicated. There's not one easy answer to any of life's problems. There's just not. The easiest answer to give about life's problems is, and it's easy to say. It's not so easy to do. It's easy to say, you know, give it to God. Give it to God in all things. Trust in God in all things. It sounds so simple to do, but it's not. Because we've been programmed our entire lives that we have to do and only depend on ourselves. Nobody else is going to do it. And although that is true up to a point, because we have to be able to put things ourselves out there. We have to try. But giving that trust to anybody, especially to God. You know, my wife and I was talking about it last night. You know, we're, like a lot of people, we're in financial problems right now. About to be living in a car. I don't think we're going to end up living in a car. I think there's a friend of ours that's going to give us a place to stay, which is cool, awesome. You know, closer to the church, You know, I mean, there's some things we got to work out. But anyway, I was telling her, I said, you know, it's frustrating because in life, when you give your life to God, when you're trying to trust Him, it's not easy. It's not. I guess it gets easier, but we're human. We want things when we want it. You know what I mean? But you gotta trust. And there's been so many times, and you have to. It's almost unexplainable about the way you have to feel. But there's been times where I have no idea, no clue how we're going to pay for something or be able to do something. I have no clue how God's going to provide. No, I know He's going to. That's the one thing I know for sure. Now, let me clarify a little something here on that, with prayers and God providing and things like that. God's only going to give you the things He knows you need. You know, I had a guy the other day tell me, he says, hey, you want $1 million? He says, then pray for $1 million. He says, you just keep praying, and God will provide you with that $1 million. I looked at that young man and I said, what if God doesn't want me to have $1 million? I ain't gonna get $1 million. There's some things in life, and it doesn't mean don't pray. Pray for it. Even and what you feel is an unanswered prayer is an answered prayer. You know, you might pray a simple thing, and this is probably a weird analogy, I don't know. You might pray a simple prayer going, God, I'm traveling to my mom, like today, for example. I'm traveling to my mom's today. Please let me be safe and let anything happen, whatever else, okay? We say that prayer, man, in our minds, because especially with me, after the accident I had where the kid was laying in the road, you know, that still messes me up quite a bit. But pray, God, let nothing happen. Let everything be okay. Now, say something does happen after I prayed that prayer. See, this is where it gets confusing. Let's say I prayed that prayer. God, don't let nothing happen to me. Don't let me get no flats. Don't let me run out of gas. Don't let me get any kind of wrecks. Let me just have a safe travel there. And then on the way there, about 2 or 3 miles, say, before I get there, dog runs out in front of me and I hit a dog or something. I mean, just, you know, just an example. It could be anything. Some people would sit there and go, well, God, I prayed, I asked, because it says in the Bible, ask and it shall be given, right? Let me ask you this. Going real quick, because I know I go all over the place. I don't know if anybody on here that's watching has any kids. Never raised any kids. But you wouldn't, if your kid come up to you and say, hey, can I, and let's say he's 7 years old. Your kid comes up to you and says, hey, Mom, hey, I really want that hatchet over there. It's got a very sharp edge and stuff. Now, sure, you can get the hatchet, teach them how to use it. That's, of course, important. But we just go, oh, okay, here, sure. You just give it to them and walk off. What's that kid going to do with a hatchet? I don't know. That was probably a stupid way to figure it out, but you kind of see what I'm saying, right? My point is in this, praying to God, giving God all the glory and everything you do. Prayers, even an unanswered prayer is an answered prayer. Maybe that thing you're praying for that you want so much, maybe God sees it. Maybe God knows that if you get that prayer answered, it's going to change you in a way He doesn't want you to change. Maybe it's winning the lottery, and winning the lottery is going to make you an asshole. And going to change you into a place where you stop giving God all the glory. I don't know. I'm just throwing out spitballing stuff here. Maybe that God sees that because of the lottery thing, and He says, no. You're not going to get the lottery. You can pray for it all you want to. You're not going to get it. God's still looking out for you, you know. Now there's things we do in life we're like, you know what? I've been praying, I've been doing this, I've been trying, I've been nice, I've been tithing, I've been doing this, I've been doing that. God ain't helping me, so I'll just do it my way. But this is what God does. God says, okay, you want to do it your way? It's just fine. And he steps back from you. He's still there. He's waiting for you to ask for help. God's the big helper. He will help us out in any way. Maybe it's just giving us peace of mind, you know. No, I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff here on YouTube. Making videos. I like the fact that I can drive down the road with my YouTube on and it's not shutting off on me. Appreciate that, YouTube. I mean, it's not like I'm sitting there going paying attention to the camera. I'm driving, so. But I appreciate that, YouTube. I'm in my car a lot. But I'm that's an interesting looking truck. I am going to be on here more often, be on your YouTube more often. I got so much things I need to say and talk about, testimonials. You know, that's what I got on TikTok for. I'll come live again here in a little while and I'll tell you guys my testimony, my story, what got me to YouTube, what made me start making videos like this. It's an interesting story. I mean, give me a couple hours here, but because I'm almost at my mom's now. It's her birthday. I'm gonna spend some time with her. Give me a couple hours or so, and I'll go on my way back. On my way back, that's what I'll do. On my way back, I'll go live and tell my testimony, my story about what happened, and it's something else, man. I mean, there's death involved. There's just a total breakdown involved. There's so much tragic stuff that kind of happened to me. You know what I mean? Once you hear this story, this testimony of mine that I have, it's like, dang, how is this guy even driving anymore, man? Believe me, it's taking a lot to get me where I'm driving again. It's taking a lot. But you know, I have two choices. We all have these two choices in life. We can either cower down, accept defeat, and just be sad and miserable and lonely or whatever the rest of our lives, trying hard every single day till the day we die. Or we can decide to try to do something. We can get off our butts. Go spread the gospel to somebody. Give somebody some encouragement, some love, you know? Even simple text messages. And I got a story about that testimony. I've been sitting quiet for too long. I used to go and talk and do this kind of stuff all the time, like every single day. And I got smarter because I was learning. I was talking to God, talking to myself, and just working through so much. And it helped. Oh my gosh, did it help so much. My mental, it's a lot better than it used to be, believe me. Let me just tell you that. But I didn't get it. The last couple of months, I've just been kind of retreated from everything, I guess. Went through the motions. I'm done going through the motions. I want to be more. I want to be better. So I'm going to be better. Just start going on YouTube and see, this is great right here. I love this. I can drive and just talk. So I appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to have a lot more stuff going on this channel. Well, eventually, hopefully, and listen, guys, if you're watching, go to my Biblical Bopper and the Boppers Crew YouTube page. Give me a subscribe, please. So once I get to 50 on there, then I can go live over on that account. And that'll be where, it'll be more set up. Y'all know when I'm going live, things like that. Because that's where I want to go live. I'll go live on here some, this channel some. But I want to go live more on the other channel. But I got to get the subscribers first. We just pulled into my mom's. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a driveway here. Usually don't talk serious while I'm on the screen, but screw it. So anyways, yeah. Let me tune in on me. It looks like they may have moved it over some. Yeah, they did. Tune in here in a couple hours. I don't know how long I'm gonna be at my mom's. Like I say, it's her birthday, whatever. But tune in here in a couple hours on my way back to my wife's job, and we'll do some more talking. And I'll tell you about my testimony, my story, how I became an agoraphobe, how God's been working in my life, about a young man losing his life. There's just a lot to tell about. So yeah, give me a couple hours from now. Like I say, I'm at my mom's right now. It's her birthday, so I'm gonna spend a little time with her in there. And then on my way back to Elmo, I'll tell you my testimony, my story. And I tell this story in the testimony because not to get sympathy from people. That's not what I'm trying to do. I tell it because, first of all, you got to have a story to tell. You got to tell your story of what happened and what God's doing in your life. But I tell it because I want people to understand. It don't matter what you go through in life, what trials and tribulations, what problems you have, no matter what's been put in front of you, give it to God. And God will see you through. You just have to trust. Today may be a hard day, but you only got to go through the day once. Tomorrow might be a hard day, but you only got. I think the best thing to do in life when you're going through anything is surround yourself with positive people. Maybe it depends on who you are. For me, I don't just like being around positive people. I like to be around people that I can help. That together we can sharpen each other. Makes me feel like I'm helping someone, being a servant of God. But it puts me, I feel closer to God sometimes when it's not about me. It's not about what I'm going to benefit about or anything else. It's about helping someone else and feeling a gratification from it somewhat, no matter what it may be. Sometimes it's just in the ear to listen. So anyway, yeah, give me a couple hours from now. It's 10:04 for me right now here in Texas. So give me till about 1 o'clock. So give me 3 hours. Give me 3 hours just to be safe. And subscribe to here, put your notifications on if need be and stuff. And on my way back to Elmo, I will go live again, and I will tell my testimony and story about the accident, about the young man losing his life, how I'm about coming agoraphobe, God taking the whole 9 yards. There's a story, man. There's a testimony. And I have another YouTube that I want to go live on, but I got to get it to 50 subscribers. I think on this one I have like 385, almost 400 subscribers. But this has been my main account that I've had for such a long time. It's just mainly my TikTok videos. There's some other videos on there too. But I want to put more of my Biblical Bopper and the Boppers Crew YouTube. I want to get it raised up so I can go live more on there and tell things. And right now I go live here, then I have to download it and upload it over on the other channel, which is what I'll do because, I want to do what I got to do. Can't get that one up a little bit if I don't put videos over there, right? But yeah, there's going to be a testimony later on, and I hope that I hope it touches somebody, help relate. Somebody can relate to it, and it helps them to realize they're not alone. And I'm always saying, I don't care who you are. If you may be somebody that's in a whole other state, country, but you just need somebody to talk to. You need somebody to hear what you have to say. Let me hear it. Message me, put in the comments. I'll read all the comments you put on there. Uh, just know that God's going to see you through, and God puts angels in your life every day. So, but all right, guys, I'm going to get off here and go say hello to my mommy on her birthday, give her a big old birthday hug, and I'll be back on in a few hours. So, God bless you guys. I love you. And I hope you tune in for my testimony here about 1 o'clock, which is 3 hours from now. I'll be telling on my way back to my wife's job. Hopefully somebody gets a blessing out of it. But it's it's something else, and I need to get back into doing it, like I said. So I hope that my day's been good. My day's been good so far. I don't know if you're still in here or not. Got a bunch of people in there saying stuff. Anyway, yeah, I guess I need to end this and go and say hi to my mom and give her some birthday hug. All right, guys. I'll see you in a few hours.